Hello everyone, it's your boy Sensational here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Wooting 60HE Plus. This is the GOAT of gaming keyboards. If you're living under a rock and haven't heard of Wooting before, they are the OG. It's a company based in the Netherlands. Wooting is the one who introduced adjustable actuation and rapid trigger in the keyboard sometime in 2019. This is a fully analog keyboard. I'm just going to be sharing you my personal experience with this keyboard and what I think about it. If you have been thinking about buying this keyboard, maybe my opinion and experience can help you decide whether you should buy this keyboard or not. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with the unboxing experience, it was the presentation is nice. Inside the box, you get a dust cover and your keyboard, of course. I got the pre-built version. It comes in this black plastic case. It does not have any adjustable tilt angle. Pre-installed double shot PBT keycaps, which are good enough. This keyboard weighs 626 grams and the build quality is pretty solid. You also get a cold black and yellow USB-A to USB-C cable, a strap that you put on the side of the keyboard, 2 extra switches, some rubber and screws to attach the strap, some more screws, and a keycap puller. You do not get a switch puller. You also get this postcard. It's kind of like a product suggestion or something similar. Wooting as a company is known to listen to what the people want. More on the keyboard, I just want to let you guys know that it's decent out of the box. If you're coming from a custom keyboard, you might be disappointed. There's nothing out of the ordinary when compared to a custom keyboard. On the other hand, if you are coming from a gaming keyboard, the Wooting to me feels like a step up compared to your typical gaming keyboard that you'd get from Best Buy or Micro Center. This is really not a bad thing since this is a gaming keyboard after all. The Wooting to me offers a good typing experience. The switch and stabilizers are pre-looped and to me they feel good enough. I do find that there is a slight rattle on my spacebar, but other than that, everything else seems good. This keyboard is using the Lecker 60 magnetic switches manufactured by Gateron. These switches kind of feels like a Gateron yellow to me. They work really well in game, but there's one thing that I don't really like about them. The Lecker 60 has a noticeable amount of side-to-side key wobble. This doesn't really affect me in game or anything, but it's something that I do notice when I'm using this keyboard. Despite this one issue, the keyboard still feels really nice to game on and type on compared to other mainstream gaming keyboards. If you ever buy a Wooting keyboard, you have a peace of mind when it comes to the performance and rapid trigger implementation. Other clones are still trying to catch up to Wooting even today. This is only a 1000Hz polling rate keyboard, but when it comes to latency, it's still topping the charts. The Wooting features an adjustable actuation per key ranging from 0.1mm to 4mm. It also has a rapid trigger per key. You're able to adjust the range on when you want the key to deactivate. For example, if I set it to 0.15mm, which is the lowest value, as soon as I release the key, I don't need to retract the key all the way back up before I can actuate the key again. A lot of pros are starting to switch to Wooting because it's really that good and offers a competitive edge. Pro players like Twist, Elige, OC, and Tense, for example. The benefits of having a Wooting is that it helps you stop faster and shoot faster in games like CS2 and Valorant. It also helps with movement consistency since you know when it actuates and resets. For games like Apex, it also gives you consistent super glide since you're able to adjust your actuation point for crouch and jump. When it comes to the software experience, it's the best. You have an option between a web-based software and an actual software. I personally prefer the software more than the web-based, but you can use whatever you like. So in the software, you can select different types of profile. You can also create a new one. This is where you also change your RGB settings. On the performance tab, this is where you can change your actuation point and rapid trigger sensitivity. Under advanced settings, this is where you can enable continuous rapid trigger and separate press release sensitivity. This is where you also enable the Tacken mode. Tacken mode basically disables the RGB to further optimize the keyboard's input latency. I don't really use this, but you can use this if you'd like. On your remap page, this is where you can remap your keys. On the advanced keys, this is where you can configure your dynamic keystroke, mod tab, and toggle key. In the settings tab, this is where you can update your utility, your software, and also your device firmware. The overall experience is pretty great. It's very simple and straightforward. I absolutely love the software. The Wooting 60HE Plus offers something that a lot of gaming keyboards and Wooting clones doesn't. The Wooting is highly customizable. It is using a standard 60% tray mount layout. You can put the Wooting PCB in any compatible 60% case of your choice. They even sell their own case, which is called the Alamaze, if that is something of interest. You can also switch out the plate if you're not happy with a steel plate. You have plenty of options from polycarbonate, FR4, POM, and carbon fiber plate. You can also use a different compatible magnetic switch if you're not happy with the Lacquer 60 to further improve the sound and typing feel if that is important to you. You're able to pretty much mod this keyboard to your liking, which is really great. Overall, the Wooting 60HE Plus is an excellent gaming keyboard, but is it worth it, and should you buy one in 2024? If you buy Wooting, you're getting the best performance, best rapid trigger implementation, best software experience. It is highly customizable, a 4-year warranty excluding LED, and continuous product support and update. The Wooting does have some downsides to it. The out-of-the-box feel is pretty average for the price. There are other alternatives out there like Akko, who offers on-par performance while providing you a custom keyboard feel and sound at a cheaper price. Another downside is the availability. Now, this keyboard's availability seems to be a lot better these days, and they seem to have it in stock right now, but in the past, you usually have to wait for a few months to get this keyboard shipped out. And lastly, the biggest downside is the cost. This keyboard is nowhere near cheap. If you live in Canada like me, for example, you have to pay $305 Canadian, excluding import taxes, which is something around 35 Canadian. If you also want to make this keyboard feel more premium and sound better, if you want to get a Topher Redux case and Gator Jades, for example, that is also extra. I do recommend this product if you absolutely want the best of the best and you're looking for something that is highly customizable. Other than that, if you're on a budget, it might be best to get something else. And that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching.